Welcome back to EtherLink AI Insights. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into something that's reshaping how enterprises handle customer service: AI voice agents and multimodal chatbots. By 2026, this isn't a nice-to-have anymore. It's becoming table stakes for competitive enterprises. Sam, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Alex. And honestly, the timing couldn't be more critical. We're seeing a fundamental shift from these static, isolated chatbots that just answer FAQs to intelligent AI agents that are proactive, contextually aware, and actually orchestrating workflows across entire organizations. It's a complete reimagining of what customer service automation can do.
That's a huge jump. So when you say orchestrating workflows, what does that actually mean in practice? Is this about a single agent handling multiple departments or something different?
It's broader than that. Think of agent mesh architecture, multiple AI agents working together across channels, departments, and geographies. A customer in Berlin contacts your company about a billing issue via voice, and that agent not only resolves the immediate problem, but also coordinates with inventory systems, payment processors, and even predictive analytics to prevent future issues. No human handoff required in most cases.
Wow. So the agent is almost becoming a digital coworker. And I know this ties into the data. Gartner reported that 73% of enterprise leaders are planning to deploy autonomous AI agents as digital coworkers. But here's what caught my attention. Voice-enabled conversational AI is growing at 340% year over year. That's explosive growth. Why is voice becoming so dominant?
A few reasons. First, voice is more natural and faster than typing, especially for complex issues. Second, Deloitte's research shows that voice-activated customer service handles 56% more complex queries than text-only chatbots. And customer preference is clear. 67% of enterprise B2B buyers now prefer voice support. It's lower friction, it feels more human, and it actually works better for intricate problems.
That makes sense. But I'm curious, when you mention multimodal AI, people sometimes think that's just a buzzword. Let's ground it in reality. What does multimodal actually do that text only can't?
Great question. Multimodal means processing voice, text, images, and video simultaneously in a single interaction. Imagine a customer calling with a damaged product issue. They can describe the problem verbally, send a photo of the damage, get real-time computer vision analysis of what's wrong, and receive a text-based settlement offer, all in one seamless thread. McKinsey data shows companies using multimodal AI achieve 42% faster issue resolution than text-only systems. That's significant.
You mentioned a fashion retailer case study earlier. Walk us through that, because that seemed like a real example where multimodal actually solved a concrete business problem.
Perfect example. This European fashion company had 8 million annual customers across 12 languages, and they were drowning in returns and sizing inquiries. 40% of customers were abandoning returns entirely because the process was too complicated. Average resolution time was 4.2 days. They deployed EtherBot with multimodal capabilities, and customers could send photos of garments, ask voice questions about fit, and get instant AI-powered sizing recommendations.
And the results?
Dramatic. Return completion rate jumped from 60% to 100% in just 6 months. Resolution time dropped from 4.2 days to 12 minutes. Cost per interaction fell 58%. That's not incremental improvement. That's transformational. And that's what happens when you actually solve the customer's problem in the modality they prefer, with the context they provide.
Those are incredible numbers. But I know there's a regulatory piece here that's making enterprises hesitant. The EU AI Act is a big deal. Forrester found that 61% of European enterprises cite compliance as the primary barrier to deploying AI chatbots. How real is that concern?
It's very real, but here's the interesting part. Compliant platforms actually reduce legal risk while enabling better customer experiences. Companies that meet EU AI Act compliance standards report 2.3x faster deployment cycles and 19% higher customer trust scores. So compliance isn't a drag, it's a competitive advantage. Customers trust you more, and you move faster than competitors still figuring out regulations.
That flips the narrative, doesn't it? Instead of compliance slowing you down, it actually accelerates you. So for enterprises listening right now, what should they be thinking about when evaluating AI chatbot platforms for 2026?
3 things. First, does it support multiple modalities: voice, text, image, video? Single-channel systems are becoming obsolete. Second, is it built for agent mesh architecture? You need agents that talk to each other across departments, not isolated bots. Third, is it EU AI Act compliant out of the box? You shouldn't have to retrofit compliance later. And fourth, does it handle multilingual conversations fluidly? If you're serving global customers, language shouldn't be a friction point.
4 things. I caught that. But seriously, those are critical. You mentioned earlier that AI agents are making decisions autonomously in 80% of interactions. That's a significant threshold. Does that concern you at all from a customer trust perspective?
Only if the AI isn't explainable and transparent. But modern agent architectures are designed with guardrails, escalation protocols, and human oversight for high-stakes decisions. The 80% autonomy figure is really about routine, repeatable scenarios, refunds below certain thresholds, standard billing adjustments, appointment scheduling. For anything complex or high value, you still have human judgment. It's about using AI to amplify human capability, not replace it entirely.
That's reassuring. So as we wrap up, what's the one thing you'd tell enterprises that are still on the fence about deploying voice agents and multimodal chatbots by 2026?
Don't wait. The competitive gap is closing fast. Early adopters in 2024-2025 will have a 12 to 18-month advantage in terms of customer experience refinement, cost optimization, and market differentiation. By 2026, this will be table stakes. And if you're in Europe, use the EU AI Act as a feature, not a bug. It forces you to build more ethically and more trustworthy systems, and customers reward that with loyalty.
Smart advice. For everyone listening, this is exactly why the enterprise customer service landscape is shifting so rapidly. If you want the full deep dive into AI voice agents, multimodal chatbots, and how to build a compliant, scalable customer service strategy for 2026, head over to etherlink.ai and check out the complete article. Thanks for joining us, Sam.
Thanks, Alex. Always good to dig into this stuff. Catch you next episode.